is we're going to add a few things to our design side. We're also going to work a little bit more with the code. We're going to add some TXT wins and some loss boxes here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here to Form 1 Design, and we're simply going to go and we're going to add two labels on the screen. These two labels are one we're going to rename as wins in the TXT properties, and this one we're going to make as losses. Now we're going to go over here to our TXT box, our text boxes. We're going to make two text boxes on the screen. We're going to shrink them down though, because we don't want them to be very big. We're going to rename the first text box as TXT wins. Ooh, TXT wins. And we're going to change from text box 1 to TXT win. And we're going to change it from a read only of true, or a false rather, to true. And we're going to do the same thing for TXT losses. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our code side. So that way we can reflect these changes in it. We're going to go to our Form 1 load events form sub at the very bottom of the page, or the very bottom of the code. And we're going to add two things. TXT wins is equal to 0, and TXT losses dot text is equal to 0. Okay. This sets the counters at 0. When we first load up the site, that way every time you load up the site, they will always be reset to 0. Never starting off at 1, never starting off at whatever number you left it at. It will always start at 0. Now we're going to go up here to the BTN shoot event under the dims that we already have. We're going to add a few new dims. We're going to dim wins as an integer, and we're going to make that equal to a cint TXT wins dot text. All we're doing here with the cint is we're allowing it to change from the text to an integer. That's all we're doing. We're taking it from a text string format and we're converting it back to the integer. We're also going to do the same thing with the losses. So dim losses as integer is equal to cint parentheses TXT losses dot text parentheses. And we're also going to dim one more thing. Dim did I win as integer. The reason why we're going to get to why we added a did I win as integer. That simply allows us to later on in our code, when we're deciding who wins, who loses, and making sure that we're getting the proper code, true or false statement, we have something to work with at that later time. We're going to come down here and we're going to type did I win equals to. This is now under the now determine all the win states for the player. The reason why we're going to did I win equals 2. Okay, we're going to copy this a few times, paste it a few times. The reason why we went to did I win equals 2. 2 is going to be our true. 2 is going to equal true for us. 1 is going to equal false. 2 is going to equal true. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically leave that copied as it is, and we're just going to enter here and we're going to paste it. And we're going to simply do it did I win equals 1. Thus, that way, if we win in the player's choice, did we win equals 2, it will show up in the true. If computer wins, they will show up that it won under our loss record, but their win record. We don't have a win record that we can see. We just have ours. So basically now we're going to come down here to under the end if, and we're going to add in the if did I win equals 2, then it will be a true statement. Wins equals wins plus 1. Else if did I win equals 1, then losses equals losses plus 1. This is our true and false statement. This is how we're going to define our counter and make sure that our counters work. Did I win equals 2 is always going to be our wins, and did I wins always is going to equal our losses, or losses equals losses. When we come down here and we type in wins equals wins and losses equals losses, the reason why I typed wins equals wins and losses equals losses is because we need something that says we have a tie. We have our wins, we have our losses, and now we're going to have our tie. This allows us to say wins equals wins, losses equals losses. So no matter what happens, if it's a tie situation, it will not get calculated into the win record or the loss record. Then we're going to come down here, we're going to type in txt wins.text equals the CSTR wins, and txt losses.text equals CSTR, which is losses. CSTR is converting string. Basically, we're taking our integer that we built, that we had originally, we're bringing it from the integer, the number format, and we're bringing it over back into a string, back into our text format, allowing us to use the code properly. Now we're just going to come up here real quick, and we're going to start this. We're going to try it out, debug, and notice it comes up with our win-loss record at 0, 0. First one we're going to do is rock, and we're just going to hit shoot. The computer won, and it shows in our records that we lost. So we're going to try this again, and it came up again, loss. We're going to try it again, paper again, lost. Rock, this time it's a tie. Notice nothing changed. We're going to try this again, rock again, tie, tie, and scissors. Finally we get our first win. It's a nice feeling. Rock versus paper, we win, we lose, and yeah, it seems to be working just fine. We're going to exit out of this. And that is our code for teaching you how to make a rock, paper, scissors application inside Visual Basic. Thank you for joining us today.